Back with Bobby and JJ Radio. We have our co-hosts and show partners, 2 Men in a Truck. We've been talking to them, talking about how they can pretty much move anything. I mean, they can, anything small, large, from an 8,000 square foot law firm
to 200 Beanie Babies.
To 200 Beanie Babies that are like packaged correctly. No, I'm just kidding. Or even a couch. And they do it all in San Antonio, the second largest moving company in the U.S. Bonded and insured. You background checks on all of your workers, giving confidence to all of the customers.
All experienced workers.
All experienced workers.
That's a big one.
Yeah. And now let's talk about the homeowner. Walk us through, well, who's your ideal client for the most part? Who do you guys service the most, or who's the people that call you up? And usually why are they calling you up?
It's mostly the wives, calling in. Also just parents trying to help out their children, whether it be from college or they're older. If it's the mom and trying to help out their mom, their elderly mom, a senior facility, or just anything in regards to that. So, but we mostly have communication with the wives at home, or just women who
their husbands bit off a little bit more than they can chew, and they said, I'm going to move everything that's small, the whole garage, the shed, and can't make it happen after all.
For sure.
Yeah,
their back hurts.
Every time I move, I instantly regret it, because I said, you know what, it's not that much.
You always say that every time.
Yeah, and I was like, what am I doing?
Then you call me at 2 a.m. and you're like, I haven't even made a dent in this.
Exactly. My cousins didn't show up. They said they were going to help me move.
I have all
they said they would do it for a 6-pack of beer.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Here, it got hot.
Yeah. So that's the idea, is someone that, because moving is big. I don't think people realize how much of a
people, they don't know how much stuff they have until they start moving.
Definitely.
Exactly.
You start packing, and then you find stuff that you haven't used in years.
Exactly. Moving is one of the most stressful things in life. It's up there with death and divorce, so a lot of people don't realize until it's too late.
Yeah, that's
You'd rather move for sure.
It's a close second.
But they don't realize how stressful of a situation it can be, especially when you have a 4-bedroom home, or even if it is just a 1-bedroom apartment. Exactly. If you have kids or a life, you have a job, it can be really hard to take all that on at once. So.
And how much damage you can do to your own stuff, I think, is what people don't really realize.
That was the last time I moved myself. I had a brand new fridge, and we damaged it.
Oh, yeah.
And after that, I never attempted to move myself again.
Wait. Never mind. I'll leave that for later. So walk me through being a new client with you guys. So let's say, and actually this is happening to me, I have a 4-bedroom home. What should I expect from 2 Men in a Truck?
Sure. So you can come into our office, or if it's more convenient for you, we do free estimates over the phone as well as through online. You go to our website, you can fill out a quick form, and we'll be able to get you some numbers that way as well. But we're basically looking for your inventory, what it is that you're going to need moved.
So like how many beds? Like you're looking for big items, or you?
Exactly. That's one thing that sets us apart, is that we actually do take the time to get your inventory instead of just giving you a rough number and it ends up being
like with hours
3 times that amount. Exactly. We want to figure out exactly how much time your move is going to take to complete and what supplies we're going to need to get it done. That way we can give you a most accurate estimate instead of just throwing some rough numbers at you and it's not even accurate at all.
I hate some of the mom and pop movers where they say like it's 2 hours a minimum, this is how much the first hour is, and then if you're outside of the zip code it's this much more. And then I don't think, even me as a real estate agent, I have no idea how many hours it's going to take to move my clients. So it's really hard to even budget for it first and foremost, or even you don't even want to really refer them, right? Because it ends up being a huge cost at the worst time when you're moving, because that's when you're out of money, right? That's when you just put a down payment and you have all these other expenses. And so it's probably the worst thing to do is just have some random amount of time and per hour. But talk about, speaking of other movers, have you ever come and cleaned up their quote unquote mess?
Yeah, there's definitely been times where the customer will call really upset. They hired movers and nobody showed up that morning, and they are in distress, needing some last-minute help. We've had people call and they gave a deposit to a company they thought was going to show up and move them, and now nobody's picking up the phone. So there's
Nice.
definitely
That's the
some.
problem. Like, yeah, you're calling this company that gives you a really low quote. They take a deposit. Who knows if they're going to show up?
Yeah, and like
And
Exactly.
I've seen firsthand where the movers show up and you can smell alcohol or like marijuana on them, and like
not good.
I really have. That's
yeah, we've had that
Yes.
phone call. Like, I don't want this person touching my heirlooms. He's probably not in the best mental state.
yeah.
Or some of them will give you an hourly rate as well as a flat rate, and it's questionable because it's like, which one is it? What are you actually billing me for? How do you base off an hourly, as opposed to with a flat rate? So, I mean, there's just things that you really have to be aware about when you're calling around, because if at times you don't ask those questions, they don't offer that information to you, and we're very upfront with our cost. And we want to make sure that we let you know that our hourly rate is inclusive. So anything that this is why we probe. A lot of people do call, and I understand they may be on break, but it's always important to give those specific details for that reason. But you just got to be aware of those other moving companies.
Sure.
And it's hard. We've referred different companies in the past, and if they screw up, it makes us look bad.
Yes.
I had one client calling me for months. He wanted me to pay for his sheets because he said that the mover stole his sheets. I'm like, why would the mover want your sheets? Do you remember the story?
No, and I don't want to remember.
You'll remember. I'll tell you his name afterwards. But yeah, it falls back on us. It makes us look bad because we referred them, and if they do a bad job or something goes missing or broken, it makes us look terrible.
Quick takeaway. What about the elderly? I know you guys have some core values regarding the elderly.
Yeah, one of our core values is the grandma rule, where you want to treat everybody the way that you would want your grandmother to be treated. So that's one thing that, is instilled in everybody in the company. So whether you're, a college student moving, one-bedroom apartment for the first time, or, in a 5,000 square foot home, you're going to get the best care.
Grandmas definitely get the best care.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
My grandma's an
You'd hope
angel.
so.
it's always Mother's Day at my grandma's house. So check them out. It's the best, obviously, customer service you can find here in San Antonio. It's 2mensantonionorth.com, or you can call them at 210-280-1980 for a free estimate. You can call them or go online, 210-280-1980. We'll see you next week.
Bye.